You are tuned in to What a Baltimore Online Radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed are of the host and not of Lady J Media. Thank you and enjoy the show.
I remember back in the day when everything was a corner away. When we dreamed and we played till the street lights came on. She told her brother to come on. Some of their friends laughed because their curfew they stayed out past. We played games like freeze tag and hide and go seek. Your grandmother was sweet, there was always something to eat. Back when we said, yo, beef squash, man, I thought that was deep. To squash a beef and see them in the street with no repercussion. What's the malfunction? Now they kill for nothing. Back in the day when the summer was long, we stayed in the streets all night long. Without a care in the world, back then you wrote a letter if you liked a girl. Hey, I like you, did you like me too? Just answer the question, yes, no, maybe so. When you had no dough, there were lawns to mow. House parties till her mother crashed it. And when she left, right back at it. That may have been static on your favorite radio station. Everyone had cars with kids on it. Mason with rims protruding from it. Jordache jeans, Calvin Klein trees. Aunts and uncles smoked weed. They never got loud with their heads in the clouds. Call of the Wild I read as a child. The Jewel of the Nile, that movie was wild. Back then, Michael J. Fox was the teen world. Now back to the future, everyone knew a rooster. Cartoon with the roosters without.
Everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hannah, as my brother and co-host, Kevin Curry. Happy to be here tonight, late Wednesday. We have some lovely ladies tonight who are going to put it down for us. We have Shutdown Askins on the bottom here. And at the top, we have Miss Keana Roy. I appreciate both you guys for coming on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kevin, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, you know what it is. Everybody, peace and love. Don't forget to check out Wipe Your Tears. The single is out. Go to Amazon. Just Google Wipe Your Tears, KC Lazarus. Just think about the resurrection, man. God resurrecting our lives. For real. Wipe your tears. Happy to be here, man. I think these poets that you have on, these ladies, definitely gonna put it down. And just glad to be a part of shining the light in the community. Looks like John took a little bit of break, ladies. Let's get right into it. He'll be right back with us. Oh, there he is. He's coming back in. John, we lost you for a second, man, but you're back in the building.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I'm sorry about that. This Wi-Fi is crazy. All right. Like I said, we got my family, Lakisha Shutdown Askins in the house, and we got Keana Roy. As always, you can go to Amazon and get any of my books, Unusual Favor, Spitfire Poetry Shutdown, Volume 1 and 2. Also, Google and go on Instagram, Facebook, any social media that you have, and look up all of the artists that are on the show tonight. Lakisha Shutdown Askins, Keana Roy, Kevin Curry. They all are wonderful poets and have a lot of things going on, so you want to check them out. All right.
It was like my brother went out again, but what he was about to say is we're gonna get right into it. So listen, Lakisha Love, what you got for us, man? First of all, tell me if you got some piece that you want to kick, what's on your mind, and let the community hear you.
Well, everybody can hear me. Just want to make sure you can hear me before I get this. Okay. Well, thank you for the invite. It's a few things I got going on. I'm not sure. You said you wanted me to read something now, or you were asking me?
Yeah, like just kind of introduce yourself, what you have going on, what you're about, and then we're going to get into that first piece, and John will be right back with us.
Okay.
That's what he was about to say.
Okay. So again, my name is Lakisha Askins. I am a writer, of course, a playwright. I have 2 novels that I have. Currently, I'm currently working on well, you might as well say a movie. It was a play, but we're recording it as a movie because of everything that's going on right now with the pandemic. We don't know when next time we're gonna be able to hit the stage.
Right.
So we're doing it as a movie. But I do have 2 books available. One is a family fiction novel, and one is a erotica romance. 2 completely different genres, but they both are leading women, African American women, roles. So the one is the mommy in the daytime, and the other one is the mommy at night. Basically,
Hey, that's all good. That's definitely all good. Before you get started with your piece, Keana, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing, and then we're gonna let let Lady Love do her thing.
Oh, here we go. Now you can hear me. Okay, so my name is Keana. I go by Pretty. Everybody knows me as Pretty, and I don't really have a lot going on as far as poetry. This is really my first time saying my poetry out loud. So I'm a painter, and I do hair, and I'm just like your laid back regular chick. I don't I look all polished now, but I've been through a lot, and so that's basically what I'm here for today, to just tell you about all I've been through.
That's what's up, man. Really glad that you joined us. Again, the call-in number, John's gonna be right back with us, y'all. He just had a little technical difficulties. 443-297-4753. Again, 443-297-4753. Okay, Lakisha Love, why don't you start one of your pieces, and audience, feel free. The call-in number is there. Feel free to chime in on Facebook on what you think about these young ladies doing their thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it light. The first poem I have here is called the "Do You Like Onion" stage. This was written. Y'all know, COVID has kind of put a hurting on relationships, should I say, over the past year or two. So you got a few of us out here that's in this stage right now, starting over, and so forth. So I wrote this to kind of make light of that. So. Sorry, y'all. I do not know my poems verbatim, so I am still reading.
No, read your poem. Do what you do. This is a creative process, taking people behind the scenes on the art.
All right. Breakups are never fun, unless fun caused the breakup, and in that case, what's done is done. But when the dust settles and you're standing alone, the silence makes you reconsider everything that may have went wrong. One way to help you manage these moments of abyss is to find you someone else to kick it with. Laugh at a movie, dance to a beat, share conversation over coffee with the song on repeat. Get your feet wet or dive in the ocean. Enjoy yourself while you can before it sets in the notion that you're back in elementary school, swimming in the baby pool, training wheels on your bike in the house before it's night. You are starting all over again. No longer your mate, just your friend. In other words, an associate that you know nothing about. You just got in and you're already itching to get out. You're sitting across the table, emotions switching from calm to rage because you're now realizing that you are in the "Do you like onion" stage. You've invested years into your former boo. Now you have to start over and figure out someone else new. Who the heck wants to learn new allergies again? You just found out where your ex kept his EpiPen. Now you're ordering dinner in doubt, scared your choice might break him out. You should have just stayed with your ex. No, they weren't perfect, but at least you know they're good, they're bad, and the rest. Now you're sitting here feeling locked in a cage with a stranger suffocating in the "Do you like onion" stage. And some say they like it. They like to begin again. It's the start of something new, a fresh perspective like the sweet morning dew, a way to wash away the old and forget the past, like a promotion on your job with a simpler task. It's easy, it's calm, the honeymoon phase, if you will, until your eyes start twitching because you forgot to take your pill. Now, your new boo is clueless. They don't know what to do. They don't know if you're choking, crying, dying because they don't know you. Your ex would have grabbed your bag and stuffed your pill in your mouth. See, he remembered because he saw your auntie do it last Christmas at your mama house. Instead, your new boo was frozen solid, looking at you with his eyebrows raised. But it's not their fault that you passed out. You got caught up in the do you like onion stage.
See, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, we do the snaps here. John's gonna be back with us, y'all. John was just there. I'm doing what John would have did this. He would have told you this, okay? Would have told you this. First, let's get right into that piece from the mindset of the artist writing it and the inspiration behind it. What was your inspiration for the piece? Because there's a lot there. There's some teaching in there too, just about people aren't perfect, relationships aren't perfect. Yeah. That's why it takes work, and it's a compromise you're talking about. I mean, are you ready to dip your feet back into the water? You're talking about years of investing into something. And John, you hear this in. She's talking about this relationship, man, and it's a new relationship, but she's really teaching on reflecting back. Wow, I was in a longer relationship and it wasn't perfect, but maybe I should have still continued to compromise and work those things out. Speak to us about your inspiration behind this piece.
Before you let her do that, I want to mention one thing. It's interesting about that with the onions. Now that I think about it, because when it involves a relationship, you peeling onions off. Mm-hmm. You're peeling onions to get to a different layer. You know what I mean? I mean, Lakisha, you know I love the stuff that you do. It's just I thought about that like, wow, but you peel an onion off in a relationship because you're getting to know a person.
Different layers.
It different layers, absolutely. Yeah, that was really love. I love that one. I did.
The inspiration more so was kind of what it is, transparent. I mean, you're starting over. You know, we become comfortable. You know, we order for our mate. You know, you cook for your mate. You can go to the store and get whatever for them without having to call and say, hey, what you want? Because you learn these things, you know, over time. And then starting fresh, you forget that you have to ask some of these questions, you know, like, oh, I'm sorry, are you allergic to this? You know, you really don't think about those small things until you're sitting there and then you notice that they keep scooting back like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even think, you know, like, was you allergic? I mean, something that small can be huge. You know, well, especially for the person that's allergic.
and you're talking about in your piece, this line you said something about love caused the breakup. Talk to us, because lust caused the breakup. Excuse me, right. Lust caused the breakup. So why don't you kind of elaborate on that just a little bit, because I think. And sometimes love do cause the breakup if you think about it. Like, man, I love you so much that, listen, I love you enough to let you go.
Let you go,
because it ain't even, you know, we got a respect for one another. Maybe it's not working, but talk a little bit about that, because I think it's important. It's an important part where people are trying to digest the difference between love and lust. And
I mean, lust is an animalistic response.
Some people know the difference, and some people don't. And what I mean by that is, you highlight this in your piece about, man, sometimes some relationships, when you get down to the core of it, one person may have been there for one reason, all in, and the other person may have been there for something more superficial and not really all in. And so sometimes it may not be just as simple as just a visual thing. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit, just to kind of highlight that? Because I think it can really encourage people who are at a point in their relationship where they're tension, but they want to make it. They don't want to throw in the towel and start over, but they just need to work through some things.
Well, I mean, I think you kind of summed it up with what you just said overall. But a lot of times, like I said, lust is an animalistic response. It's a physical response to a person, and it's not always bad. Lust is not necessarily a bad thing. You should be able to lust after your mate, but if you are in a position that you're risking, years invested, so much so in your relationship, no, it's not worth it. And you may or may not get to a place that you realize what you lost. This is more so in a comical setting, but realistically, You may find yourself in a position that you need that person that understands you. You know, Sinbad had made a joke a long time ago about, actually, he actually wound up having a stroke, but he had a joke about having a stroke saying, I'm messing with this young girl. You need to go find you somebody who can identify if you having a stroke, which is for real. You out here messing with these kids out here. You need a grown woman that can tell, hey, why you ain't smiling right? Instead,
Right.
this young girl looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Because they don't know
Right.
no better. And in his situation, you see how that worked out. Now, what if he, God forbid, but like, what if he would have decided to leave his wife for somebody else, younger? He actually wound up being in that same situation. We may not have had him right now. So I would say that, being mindful of what you're going to be losing by making a decision based on lust.
Absolutely. Keana, how you doing, Keana?
I'm good.
You feeling good? All right, we're gonna let Keana do a piece really fast for us, and we're just gonna go from there. We just going with the flow, sweetheart.
All right.
This is
Well,
Keana Roy, guys.
this not it's like this a little rough, y'all. Get your tissues and y'all snap your fingers and y'all like this.
We got you, definitely.
This is called Caught Up in the Mix. So I'm sitting alone in my room, finally, some space without you. Thinking of all the time I just wasted, because all along I knew. I don't know what the fuck I thought I had to prove. Or maybe I thought I was just desperate. Or karma, it was karma, making me pay for all the niggas I faked out. All the pussy I promised but never gave out. The money I took and never paid out. I charged that shit to the game. Got my receipt and cashed out. Karma, she finally caught me. Whole time I knew that bitch was coming. Probably was so high I didn't care. I saw the red flags from the beginning. I guess I was stupidly wishing this good pussy might just whip him into admitting that I was just the only woman he needed. And cheating was just for heathen. But that backfired because he started beating me. And I should have left then. Or maybe after I lost 3 children. Miscarriage after miscarriage. And he claims he wasn't the problem. Rest in peace to my 3 angels. I'm sorry I let him. He killed me too. I'm just left on earth breathing. But my heart will always bleed for you. I don't forgive myself and I don't forgive him either. And that's my punishment. And for y'all, I eat that. Lesson learned. I see it. Never ever will I repeat that. And fuck that nigga. I hope he never heals. I really should have just got his cat peeled. I hope y'all haunt him till they drop his casket wheels. Fuck him for the 3 lives he stole. Maybe he will never heal. Let him see y'all faces till his body is cold. Maybe then y'all can rest in peace. Maybe then I can forgive me. I had my son. I tried to right my wrongs. He came into this world perfect, not too small, not too big. And then God just stabbed a heart right in the middle of his forehead. I just knew he was my redemption. So many tears and years I wasted. All the parts of me that I gave to him. I was trying to frantically save us. Eventually I saw no matter what I gave, there will always be something missing. I was very vocal about what I needed. It's just that he never listened. He had a problem that he needed to fix. And I was just caught up in the mix. So I'm sitting alone in my room, finally space without you.
Damn, I love it. That's wow. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and say I think that it was one of the realest poems I've had on our show so far. Like all of our stuff is real. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But for Keana to express herself, because I know her and I know that she's nervous, for her to put that out there like that, Keana, I love it. That was, I mean, that's what I always tell you. The pain, that pain is some good stuff. Wow. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where to even begin with that. Is that something that you wrote, when you were dealing with some things in your life, obviously?
I wrote this poem when I finally left an abusive relationship a long-term abusive relationship that kind of it didn't fit me because I'm a strong female and I'm just like I'm a just no take no shit kind of female, and for me to be stuck in that type of cycle, nobody really didn't believe me or didn't really take me serious for what I was really going through, but I suffered so badly. And nobody, there's still people to this day who probably are watching this now who didn't know that I went through what I went through when I was with that person. And I wrote it when I finally had space. I finally had some space. And that was the first thing that came to mind, was to just write about it.
What did that do for you though after you wrote that? Like when you wrote that and then recited it to yourself, you know how you read the stuff over. What did that do for you?
Actually, the first time I read it, I hated it because it was too real for me. It gave me in my face what I saw. It made me see what I lived, and it was embarrassing to myself. I was like, why would I go through this? How did I go through this? And I just didn't want to read it again. So I never really touched on it, but I knew that there was healing in writing it, and I knew that there was healing in being able to speak about it. So I'm healing right now while I'm speaking to y'all. So I'm
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I do. I love this. I love what we do because this is a proven fact of how what we do heals people. It helps people. You know what I mean? Some people need to hear certain things. Some people need to see that if they went through it, I can get through it too. They was in some shit. I can get out of the shit that I'm in if I just keep fast and just pray and just keep pressing. Just keep pressing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am. This is a special moment, y'all. Right now, I'm telling you because I am very happy that she is able to express that and put that out, and to hear her just say how it's healing. Like I love it. I love it. Kevin, what you think about that, bro?
I think it takes courage. I think it takes courage to just be real and where you are in your emotions, even beyond words. I mean, I think even when you were saying your piece, it was really even beyond the words. It was the emotions that you kind of talking us through. And life is sometimes isn't perfect, and it gets messy, and God doesn't shine away from that mess. He meets us right where we are, man. And I like that part about I was very vocal, and even when you said it, as I'm kind of talking back, it was probably even not even just words, just what things that are going on. You see what's going on. It's beyond the words now. Like what are we doing? And you never listen. And that listen is I say God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and for a reason. And I just appreciate your courage just to come with your truth, and speak your truth, and hopefully that can also kind of help others, because even when you're saying your piece, and even when you're giving him the business, like y'all know I'm raised by a grandmother. I can't repeat some of the stuff said, but y'all bear with me though. But I'm feeling it.
Right.
But even though when you're giving them your business, you're releasing it. You're releasing him, and then whatever that situation was, it doesn't have any hold on you anymore. But I appreciate your truth in saying, man, I'm really ticked off because I invested so much. You can hear the investment, you hear the relationship, you hear the kids. There's so many other lives affected by a person's decision, and so you walk us through that, and I'll just be in prayer for your next chapter. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. Thank you for your courage of sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
sorry.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Sure. No, I don't know if we're able to talk to each other, but I wanted to, to tell you, I really, really thought that was beautiful. The line that you said that stuck out to me, that when you said, he killed me too, but I was left here on earth. That to me is monumental from a woman's standpoint, because not just from a woman's standpoint, but the reason why I'm saying woman, I'm saying mother, because we tend to forget that sometimes, that in dealing with miscarriages or abortions, depending on your situation, yeah, we're here, but you lose a part of yourself.
You lose a piece of yourself.
You lose a part of yourself, and a lot of times, I know men, it may be a little bit more difficult to understand that, and it's very hard for us to explain that. So I think that was a pivotal line, because it's almost like a plea for your requesting forgiveness from them, and then at the same time you're angry. You're talking to them and you're talking to him. You're talking to them at him. That's at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So that line is up there, and it's not to take away from all the rest of it, but that one was resonated to me.
I'm smiling like a chest-eyed cat, y'all, because I'm really happy about what she just did, because I know a little bit about her story. So let's read a couple comments before I start crying myself. So, what up, Baltimore? Lady J said, I need to talk to her, meaning Keana Roy. She wants to holler at you, definitely. Girl, you better keep speaking your truth. That was powerful. You so strong. Lakisha Kelly, you're so strong. Proud of you, baby. I know it took a lot. Miss Joyce, always supporting us, watching. Writing is equivalent to therapy. Yes, it is equivalent to therapy. That's therapy for me. It's how I got through so much in my life. So we're just going to keep the ball going, y'all. We're going to let Lakisha give us something else, so we can just keep this goodness going.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do John's favorite while we still got some time. So I wrote this one actually a couple weeks ago, in light of the young lady, the 16-year-old Micaiah, I believe is her name, or Micaiah. I might be saying it wrong. That was killed by the police officer. So I how when you, as a writer, when you get that poem that writes itself.
Yeah.
When you get that poem that, you're just an instrument at that time, because especially when it's fueled by some sort of anger or rage or disappointment, whatever that emotion is, you kind of riding on that.
Right.
So I wrote this with that thought in mind. So this poem is called Wrong Black Woman. Okay. You got to be careful in these streets. You're going to mess around and shoot the wrong black woman, and your kids won't eat. History tells us it was Big Mama who fed the babies, black and white. It was her with your baby on her left breast and her child on her right. Y'all better be careful in these streets. You're going to mess around and shoot the wrong black woman, and your kids won't sleep. It's always been the black mother bringing the warm milk and cookies. It was her bringing the hot toddies when they were sick, wiping their snot boogies, rubbing vapor rub, whispering a prayer, their head in her bosom, showing that she cares. You better be careful before pulling that trigger. Every black woman ain't your average nigga. The one that you thought her death wouldn't matter, because it could be your daughter that's out there on the block having all the boys saying that they had her, because you killed Big Mama. That would have taught her the value of her body, that there's a difference between being a woman and being a thotty. But you moved too quick and you didn't think it through. You shot your most valuable asset. Now what you gonna do? And I know what y'all thinking. We're worth more than this. You talk as if our worth is valued upon what other people can get. Of course not. But it's them who's shooting the guns. And if it takes me reminding them how much they need us, then damn it, they won. I need them to be careful in these streets, because I'm damn sure the wrong black woman. My kids got to eat.
And period.
Girl,
period. Right.
and trust, we love to eat, so let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100.
Kids are hungry, they need to eat, and she's not about to play.
Right.
This is interesting. Keana, you go. I know you got something for her. You go ahead. Tell her what you think about her piece, Keana.
I love it. I love it. I love a sassy talking, type of poem, like where it's just like tell it like it is, because them kids gotta eat. Like, you shot them, don't play. Stop keep trying to shoot us. Like, it just really
right.
That's
what
right.
Do you mean?
Like, it really bring everything, all that. It make me want to backhand. You see that backhand keep coming out? Ooh, I'm trying to.
That is definitely one of my favorites from you. I love that one, and that was another one you did last time you was on the show. Actually, I love both of those definitely. But that poem, I love it because it's so both y'all just now just really gave us something that's so genuine and real. You know what I mean? I'm privileged to have y'all on here. I really am. This is good stuff because I want to break barriers. I want to break chain. I want to do different things with our words. You know what I mean? Um, so this is very important to me, and I just can't thank y'all enough. But we definitely got to take care of Mama. We can't be shooting Mama. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's definitely
And
crazy.
you know what too? I think too, John. And I'll tell you this, Lakisha Love. I like that's a different, with everything going on, to have that perspective of a piece, or just to kind of color the situation from a different perspective on the importance of this is humanity.
Yeah.
This is humanity. This is not just you reacting in abusing power and your emotions. You are affecting kids, husbands, sisters, brothers, and as we know, Big Mama, whether Mama is big or small, we're talking about what Big Mama represents, as you're putting in
Right.
your piece, is the backbone of our community. And so I think to talk from that perspective, just to kind of color a different, another light, not even different, just another light on the importance of life, and for us to be treating each other as human beings. We
Right.
not all gonna understand everybody every day, but at least let's understand and respect one another. And I like your approach on that piece. From that,
Thank you. I just want to say a lot of times, not even just about Big Mama. I wrote that, or Mama, woman, mother, all of us. I wrote that more so. The movie, it's an old movie. If y'all remember it, The Butterfly Effect,
Hmm.
with Ashton Kutcher. I
Yep.
always think about that movie in life. One difference, one change, one wrong move can completely change the trajectory of your life, my life, all of our lives. Big
Right.
Mama at one point in time was that 16-year-old Micaiah. She
yeah,
was her. You know, you have no idea who you're killing when you kill him. You don't know if that man that you shot is going to be the same man that's going to grab your hand as you go over the bridge. You
Yep.
know, you
Yep.
just and of course we don't see things from a full perspective. It's impossible. We're human. We're limited in our view. We don't know if that girl we getting ready to fight, that girl we getting ready to stab. Even in Micaiah's situation, that was a black woman that she was getting ready to stab. We don't know that one move. What if she wouldn't have grabbed the knife? What if she
yep,
would have dropped the knife on her way out the door? I'm just
yep,
using that for an example. She
Yeah.
grabbed it, she dropped it, but then
Absolutely.
that would have been one reason why he couldn't have shot it, because then there's no weapon. Something
Right.
that's small of a
Mm.
of a detail can completely change everything. I just want us to think before making a move, because we just don't know who it is that we're ending. We don't know we're ending them now, but we could be ending us later, unbeknownst to us. So
Absolutely. Yeah, you just said a lot there. All
did.
right, we're gonna let Kiana go ahead and do another one.
Oh Lord. All right, now listen, y'all. This next one, y'all, I don't have a title for because it's just that deep, y'all. It just I don't have a title. I don't know. I'm gonna just start. Searching for peace of mind, something so frequently said but nearly impossible to find. A peace of mind in these unpeaceful times, surrounded by crimes and criminals, red flags and messages subliminal. Like how drugs, money, sex was the impression left on a 10-year-old. I was born to a wonderful, hurting crackhead, a beautiful, pain-filled minister. It's me. I'm her, a disaster born and slept in a pamper. I was a walking case of PTSD just waiting to happen. I always thought men just wasn't shit when my parents lit up. Then my dad said it was mama being slick, and that's why my parents lit up. It was a topic of discussion, and one of the reasons I could never trust shit. Niggas ain't shit. Don't trust these bitches. Keep a mental note, Key. Don't ever forget it. See, from the beginning, peace for me was non-existent. Crying myself to sleep, tormented as an infant, born into this life of sin and resentment, shaped into beautiful eyes and thick thighs, a magnet for freaks and creeps of all kinds. I've been walking this path of pain and suffering. Angry black girl was my reduction. Mad at the world for all this shit I got stuck with. I was screaming to God, asking, why wasn't I just born a fucking puppy? Less chance of a grown man trying to fuck me. Parents just thought I was crazy because I rejected all their love. I was just mad that they didn't abort me like the others. Now I'm grown and afraid to be left alone. The silence only makes me think, and I just can't face what they did to me. You know, rapists are really crazy, and I just wanted to be free. Don't feed me. Don't feed me your sympathy. Don't make me a victim. Don't feed me your sympathy. Don't make me a victim. I don't want to hear nothing anybody else want to tell me. Because where the fuck was my father when he was supposed to protect me? Let me just send out this PSA, you know, public service announcement. 8-year-olds are not sexy. Not at 9, not at 10, and still wasn't even sexy when I was only 13. And nor should I be addicted to sex at 16. Finally connected with my father because I'm a fiend. But without it, I'm miserable. I just wanted to feel love. I knew it wasn't real, but I was just numb. I needed to just feel. I knew I was too young. You'd be surprised how many men would have sex with a 12-year-old. And there lies the answer to the $1 million question everybody want to know. What the hell I'm so angry for? Well, that's it. There you go. Y'all keep saying these beautiful eyes were such a good thing, but it only attracted pedophiles and dirty old men. I knew the looks, you know, the scam and shame, if I would coin the phrase. The way their perverse eyes scrolled up and down my thighs. They even looked at me with big tees and baggy sweatpants. I knew then I never stood a chance, and I was disappointed and broken before I hit puberty. I knew then what these beautiful brown eyes would do to me.
Woo! Yeah.
Right there.
Man,
I think that Keana needs to get with Lakisha Love. They need to do a movie or something because that's a lot. That's a story. That's
Yes,
a story.
indeed.
That's a story. Yeah, take it in. Take it in. Just take your time. Take your time. It's all right. It's okay.
yeah,
He walks out my door clapping, y'all.
It's
They
okay.
still a thing. That's what they supposed to do.
That's right. They feeling that. That's what it does. That's what it does. That is so awesome. I know that was rough for you to do, but oh man, I don't.
I'm so sorry.
To me,
I kept saying I wasn't gonna cry, y'all.
it's fine. No, it is fine.
It's okay.
Like
It's
so
okay.
much being released right now.
Yeah, there's people who identify with your story. You said your story in the phone. 443-297-4753. Give us a call, tell us what you think, but there's a lot there. There's a lot there. There's a whole lot there. And I think the way that you creatively put it out there, and was vulnerable with it, but at the same time, there's a message to it, a message to listen, a message to learn from. It's your truth, it's your testimony, and again, like I said before, the courage to share it, you know, and that's real. I mean, we could dissect the lines as artists, because there's just so much there. Even the addictive part matched back to the father, making sure people understand that kids at certain ages are not to be looked at in certain ways at all. That's not okay. I mean, you went through it all in your story, and even the betrayal that you felt from the adults that were supposed to be adults, father's supposed to protect, and this is not happening. And then just really giving people behind the scenes. And this is why we always say, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't be so quick to write people off or cast judgment, because you just don't know their story. Like you said, I'm a paraphrase. I was typecasted as the angry black woman, but you're not seeing behind the veil on the trauma that I've gone through, the trauma, and now how I have to react to the narratives in my head from what I was taught. Because your experience can teach you until you learn something new. So
Can I just say, I know you got something to say, John. I know you're gonna close it out, but I gotta say to you, can you tell me your name one more time? Because I don't want to just
Keana.
Okay, I want to say it right because you heard how I messed up the other name. Those beautiful brown eyes, be clear. The same way you got the negative energy from them beautiful brown eyes, you got to be prepared to get the positive. Don't give those beautiful brown eyes, don't give that to them. You said in that last line, I knew then what those beautiful brown eyes was going to give me. They know it all the way. You knew what it gave you. Now you got to be prepared for what it's going to get you. Now, don't leave that power over there because I don't belong to them. You see beautiful brown eyes because they're yours, and it is due. It is due equivalent and more of the negativity. So I just want to say to you as a black woman, when you are saying this poem, and I understand it, it's coming from pain. John, I think the play that we did, the one that you came and you did the poetry for, the last play that we did. If you get an opportunity, if you can send her the link to that, I would love for you to watch it because we definitely touched on that. That was what the whole play was about, because I went through these things myself, and it takes time. And you're in the process, you're doing it now, healing from it. I just want you, while you are embracing all of this newness and you hearing the claps and everybody saying go, yes, let them tears flow if they want to flow, but don't give that negativity. Them beautiful brown eyes are going to see a lot more, and it is not going to just belong to the negativity. So I just wanted to make sure I say that.
Yeah, Keana, I definitely commend you on speaking your truth and really just speaking. This is what I mean when people say poetry from the heart like that. It don't get no better than that, than coming from the heart. That's straight from the heart, and I commend you on that. I really do. I know just a small piece of her story, and for her to have the courage to come on here and put that out there and say her piece, she's healing herself and she's healing other people who's listening. You know what I mean? That young girl that's listening, or that young boy who's listening, and can say to themselves, I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? I'm not the only one, Unfortunately, guys, we are running out of time, man. I have to have y'all back on. I have to. I mean, I didn't even let y'all get to do 3 poems. This was so deep. I have to have you guys back on. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Let's close out with anything you guys got going on. Lakisha, let's start with you. If you want to plug anything, talk about anything you got going on before we get out of here.
Well, I kind of did that. When we started this morning, I do have an upcoming movie, but I don't have that. That'll be this year. Y'all will see it. I have my 2 books here. If you want to check them out, they're both on Amazon as well. This one is Lily in the Dark. That is the erotica romance, 18 years or older. The erotica romance, and this one is called Nibia. And that is a family fiction novel that also has a curriculum in the back of the book. That one I push more so towards families. I say it all the time. If you have children, youth, especially young women, if you could, do that curriculum. It's a Q&A in the back of the book, and here's a note section. And there's a section for the parents to do, and there's a section for the child to do. And they're the same question, they're just worded differently. It would give an amazing opportunity for you and your child to be able to see how you view the same situation from different perspectives, and then be able to talk to them about that, and also keep it, so that when your child gets older as an adult, you can give it to them as a keepsake. This is what we did together, schools or Sunday schools or programs, let me know. We could work out some sort of wholesale. I really want that book to be worked on together as a family. And as I said, I have a couple plays online as well. Love Down Entertainment is the website. You can go to it and check out anything that you want.
All right, Keana, what you got going on, sweetie? Anything you want to say?
No, I just want to thank everybody for hearing out my little troubles and all that. I'm just thankful. Just thankful. I don't have anything going on, but I am an artist. So if you go on my page and see any of my paintings that you would like, they are all for sale.
You definitely got something going on, sis. Believe that.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I'm just excited that I was able to get that out without I'm just in awe of myself. I'm shocked and I'm just happy.
You should be.
You should be, and I'm so happy for you because I know what I don't know exactly what you're feeling, but to see you and to see you smiling and how you was able to release that's what I love about this, y'all. I'm telling you this because that's what helped me.
I kind of know some of my history. You kind of know, like a little bit of what I've been through. About the cancer. About all of the just things I've been through and came out like. I just thank God to not look like what I've been through. That's what I was saying. To not look like what I've been through. I'm just thankful for just even that. So
absolutely. I'm glad you came on the show because you did something for me.
I saw the comments. They proud of you, man. You have a lot of comments coming.
Yes, blowing up.
And I want to say this to you just to piggyback on what Lakisha Love was her sentiments to you on owning your power and taking whatever it is you're writing your next chapter, and it doesn't, and whatever happened in those past chapters, it's real, it happened, but your destiny continues on.
Absolutely. As always, my brother Kevin Lazarus got music. You check him out. Instagram, Facebook.
You go to Amazon. Wipe Your Tears. Just click in Amazon. Wipe Your Tears under KC Lazarus, and we put a song out there. Yeah, it touches kind of what you heard a little bit today. To be real,
absolutely right. Look out for a single I just released, guys, called Flatline. That's produced by my man Maurice Curl. Check him out, Stinky Face, at Instagram, Facebook, all of that good stuff. Flatline is a poem that basically talks about a little bit of what I went through with my with my health issues that I had at one time. So you can get that. It's on all of the music sites, wherever you can download music, all that is there. So as always, guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Keana, I'm so proud of you right now. And you know what to do with myself. Like, I'm really, really proud.
Let's give a round of applause for these folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight up.
We definitely do, because this is what it's about. It's about encouraging on each other and loving on each other. And I got your back. I'm telling you, I got your back. And you got to just keep doing what you're doing, because the more you put it out, the more and more healing is going to happen to you. The more healing is going to come. Don't stop. Just keep doing.
And absorb all of it, child, because it's all yours. You done put in the work for it now.
Yeah.
you did the hard part, so you got to just eat all of it.
Yes,
hey,
absolutely.
John, this is Lady J. Great show.
Absolutely.
Ladies, great show. Is it Keana? Is it
yes.
Is it Keana? Am I saying it the correct way?
Yes.
Keana, I need you to call me no later than 8:30 tonight, or I'm gonna put an APB out on you. Okay.
Okay.
Call me at 8:30. Take this phone. I sent you a text, right? I sent you a text before the show. I need you to call me. I'm getting ready to set up another show. I'll have it all straight. I need to talk to you at 8:30. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, Lady J. Love you guys. Thank y'all for coming on.
You're so welcome.
This is brought to you by Butterfly Entertainment, Lady J Media, What Up Baltimore Online Radio, and Facebook. We will see y'all next time. Be blessed, and to stay blessed, you have to bless other people. If you don't bless nobody else, how you gonna be blessed? Have a good night, everybody. Love y'all.
Y'all take care now.
All right.
Good night, y'all.
All right, Keana, you did it, sis. Yeah.
I think I just hit the button.
Or you